Good everyone, organization. Today we have a combo request by MetaReplication for the M8 LAC and the TBD-1 Devastator. Now, obviously, we've recently covered the M8 LAC on the channel in a review, so I'm not going to be really talking about this vehicle too much. It is definitely an incredible vehicle, but as I said, we've already covered this vehicle. Well, we've reviewed the M8 LAC in China back when that thing first came out, because obviously I never got this thing. Then obviously during the 10 Rare Vehicles event, I got this vehicle, which I was very happy with. And obviously you've not long had the review for this vehicle, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. Essentially, this is what happens when you take a Stuart, put it on some wheels, and give it a 50 cal for added measure. This is probably one of the more powerful low-tier vehicles, but of course, with that does come its fragility, so to speak. It's not exactly durable, but to be honest, it's low tier. Not a lot of things are. The only thing that really is the Char 2C, which at the minute that thing's over tiered, but we'll gloss over that. And besides, if you've seen my review for that, you already knew that. But of course, the armor is obviously not going to be keeping us alive. I mean, maybe the gun mantlet might push, but realistically, this vehicle's not about the armor. It's all about its mobility. Like, it's not got the highest power to weight ratio, I'll say that right now, but its top speed, both forward and backwards, is really good. And, well, 7.6 miles per hour is great for low tier, but there are vehicles that can keep up with it in the reverse, but, you know, it's that sort of thing. The main selling point of the M8 LAC is, of course, the rapid-fire 37mm cannon, which does have a bit of a longer reload than some of the other 37mm cannons, so just bear that in mind if you're being a bit slow in terms of firing off shots. Of course, if you do get a ace qualification, this can go down to 3.5, but it's still not going to be as good. And obviously, I've played the M8 a little bit, but I've not gotten to the point where I can get a free ace qualification. But anyway. Now we come to the spice of this combo, and I nickname it Spice because that's what I call it in Pokemon decks, but anyway. The TBD-1 Devastator is a surprisingly good low-tier cast aircraft, and if you want like a very detailed, I should say, description of how to set up the plane, the belts and stuff like that, MetaReplication actually left a comment on Mad Cat's combo request for the M24 and the, what was it? M24 and I think it was something else. It was, what was it? Memory isn't working today. But it was a plane, obviously. But yeah, he's left a, sorry, it was P-47, I've just remembered. He's left a whole, like, I would say essay, like a small essay on like how to set up the plane, attack angles and shit. Go and look at that if you want a pretty detailed, shall we say, description of how to use this aircraft. But I have covered the TBD before. It's a aircraft that I enjoy very much, but it is something that you just have to know its kit or its characteristics. Obviously, its engine is a bit weak, but you can make this work. It does have a 50 cal forward gun, which is both useful for taking out planes and tanks, because it can kill quite a lot of tanks. The rear gunner isn't very useful, but if you set it up with the belts, you can sometimes get a fire on a biplane, which is always nice, so you might be able to take your attacker down with you. And to be honest, a lot of aircraft at this BR don't really have armor, so you might even get a pilot snipe with this. So it can do some work, but just don't expect it to be, shall we say, the dog's bollocks in terms of its capability. But of course, the TBD's maneuverability and its good bob load will definitely help us get into this match and, well, get us going, really. So without further ado, it's time to jump into M8 LAC and get cracking. There is a current amount of, because I've done a few test matches in this vehicle, and there's quite a few, shall we say, SEAL clubbing squadrons right now, in low tier at least. The one I ran into in one of my test matches was a pair of Gaz Dishka trucks who literally, because our team was all LVTs, M8s, the Chinese M8, I should elaborate, and pretty much Vickers Mark E's, they just bomb rushed our spawn, killed me before I even had a chance to realise that they were there because they had their engines off. Yes, they were that fast, and yeah, they just slaughtered half my team by the time I'd respawned in the M8, so didn't exactly go well now, did it? But, you know. Obviously, the test matches that I've done are just... I typically do test matches just to get back into the swing of things with some vehicles. I don't always do it, but for some vehicles it's kind of mandatory, because at the end of the day, I play all sorts of ARs at the minute, and sometimes just getting a bit of, shall we say, practice back into it can just help out, and it's good to have that, really. Anyway, let's get cracking. So we've got a 2-0 match, which is normal. That's very normal, in fact. I've never actually had a match where it's like 1.7, 1.3, etc. at low tier. I've never had that. Like, yeah, I've had 2-0s which get down tier to fight 1-0s and shit, but like, I've never had a 1-0, 1-3 game where it's just 1-0, 1-3 vehicles. So you might be wondering, why am I bum rushing this hard? Well, it's because of this spot here. It's a nice little spot. Now, not everyone knows about this spot, and plus you need mobility to get here, but when you do know about this spot, you can get ambushes like that. Kill number 1. Obviously, you have to drive this thing pretty well to do that. You can get here in most tanks pretty quickly from this side. It's harder to get it to the other side, because you can use the other side of this pile here. I will be charging parking for this, so if you do plan to use this spot, there is going to be a parking charge, but yeah. Okay, so we can see that they've obviously got 3 tanks on there, and there's another one, an SU-5. Now, if memory serves me correctly, the gunner sits on the right-hand side of that thing. He does. I'm going to try and push. How did that not kill the driver? I'd love to know. Thank you, teammate. Looks like Ivan's taken his bone-enhancing pills today, because, jeez, that should have killed him, but apparently not. Oh, hang on. The 50 cal can't get up that high. It does have, obviously, limited elevation, but when you can get this 50 cal to do some work and, like, get shots on, it's ridiculous. You basically function as half an M13 plus a Stuart. Okay, that biplane's gonna get on my nerves. He might even swing back round for me, so I'm gonna take cover behind this wall. Where is he? Oh! He crashed. Excellent. He crashed getting a rocket kill. Alright, reverse up. I don't think he sees us, so that's good. Did I just say something then? What is that noise? What's that biplane? What is that? Oh, it's a Hawk 3. Okay, we got some spice in this low tier match. Got some damage in, but the Hawk 3 is a pretty durable plane. I can hear something coming from the left, so I'm going to keep my 50 cows off here. Never mind. He got an excellent bomb drop. I didn't even hear his bomb whistle. Yeah, this is just what low tier is like at the minute. It's just seal clubbing, biplane spam, etc. It's kind of ridiculous right now. Now, of course, in the TBD, we do obviously have a 50 cal, which is handy, but embarrassingly, there goes the Hawk 3. Embarrassingly, we don't really have anything in the way of an advantage over the biplanes. Like, yeah, we're maneuverable. Whoop-de-doo, they're more maneuverable. We don't exactly have a speed advantage, because TBD, it's not exactly a speed demon. But we do obviously have the fact that we're quite durable, which, I mean, that's something, but the fact is that we're probably not going to have a good time at the minute. But we will see. Why do I get the feeling I can hear one? Then again, that I-15, just because he's dropped his bombs, don't mean he can't do anything. Okay, he's off in the distance shooting at me, so that's fine. Don't know where that biplane's gone, but we need to deal with this guy in front. Which I think is something British, judging by the green tracer. Or possibly German. Nope, that is a... I don't even know what that is. Is that a K-10? Well, I haven't seen one of them in a while. Because no one plays Japan at low tier anymore. Go on, teammate, set him up for you. Please don't tell me you missed. What the fuck is shooting at me? Oh, there's a gas truck down there. Hold on. How does he have the elevation? I swear that thing's locked at 45 degrees elevation. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. I don't think that'll kill the truck. No, it didn't. We didn't even wound anyone. Jesus. I tried to get clever, in case you didn't see that. I tried to get clever by dropping the 100-pounders in like a carpet bomb. It didn't work. Okay. So hopefully that 109 can at least distract the truck. We're going to try and use the TBD's advantages over its other low-tier cast brethren, aka its maneuverability, and the fact that it's also pretty cracked in this BR. That being one of them. Didn't even have a great angle to shoot at the BT5, and just aim where the driver was, because I knew I could disable the driver, and, well, there goes him. There's nothing you could really say about that. That's that fucking truck again, and he likes me for some reason. Why would you shoot at the more durable one? Just shoot at the fragile 109. You've got no common sense, man. Just shoot the 109. It's easy to kill. My wings can take this. His can't.
We're controlling most of the zones.
Honestly, people just don't use their brains these days. I think this is the guy we killed earlier or something. He's level 5. I think he just died. Oh no. Kit Acrosteed. Oh, he was in the Kai-10. That's why I'm getting confused. Right, so we do have this plane to worry about that's coming in. But I need to get these bombs off, because at the minute, our team's doing okay. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's the I-15 again. Ow. Eat that, you little bastard. Ah! God, I love the 30 cal sometimes. You know when the 30 cal works? And as I said, we face mostly unarmored biplanes. Like, it's disgusting how good the TBD can be. The keyword there is can. So I know the truck's still in the area. Oh, God almighty, what is that? I think that's another one of those gas trucks. But he's running the tracer belt, which isn't ideal. And looks like my teammate just died to a freaking Chinese HS-123. Wonderful. Do we have the spawn points to bring another TBD? Not at the minute, but that's fine. So yeah, this thing can do work as any cast, but obviously just bear in mind you're slower than the biplanes and you're not as maneuverable as the biplanes. I think that's the guy from earlier in the Hawk 3. There goes him. Right, we're probably going to die doing this, but I'm going to try something dumb. Eat this, you little shit. You can kiss my ass after that one. Right.
Another zone captured.
So we have got this guy coming in now. It's another I-15. Okay, that's fine. And no, I can't be asked to maneuver. I've already got his engine. Alright, come on, Bob. Finish him up. You can tell the caffeine's not kicked in. There we go. Scratch another bad guy. Alright, let's jump back in the M8. I think the game's pretty much up at this point, but I'm gonna jump back in there. Why not? Plus, we have the spawn points to not really give a shit. Let's be real. That was pretty fun, I must admit. Just really proves how good that vehicle is in, like, tank RB in general. Like, it's very good. Like, if you need a low-tier cast option, I've always said the TBD is a solid option. And I think that demonstration there really proves it. I mean, it can take a hit from what it needs. It can definitely just do some work in the fact that it's capable of doing that work. You know, it's just something that it's very good at. Like, it's a solid vehicle to use. It's a solid vehicle to just play. It's got a 50 cal, which is not only good for taking out planes, but it's just good in general. Also, on a side note, I'd love to know where this guy is. Hirokazu. He's got a cap, but he's just been outside of the game the entire time. I have a sneaking suspicion I might know where he is. So let's see if I'm right. What was that? That's friendly. I'm not bothered about that. I heard something in here. Right, let's go check the one spot I think he'll be in. No, he's not here. What about down this bit? Nope. He's not there. Interesting. I'd love to know where that guy was. Probably have a look in the replay after the... well, in a bit. We'll look at it now, but... yeah. If that doesn't prove how good of a combo this is, even if I was being quite lazy with the M8, I mean... come on. What do I need to say? Like, if you need a cast option, take the TBD. If you have it, take the M8 LAC. Otherwise, just take an M2A4. You really cannot, like, say this combo is bad in any way, shape, or form. Now, obviously, because not everyone's going to have this car, as I said, just take an M2A4 if you really want to do this. I'm inclined to even say the LVT. Obviously, this is the Russian Badger one, but obviously you do get one as a reserve as well. They're exactly the same vehicle. Like, come on. And even the M8 HMC is a very good vehicle for low tier. Obviously, the turret traverse is a little bit slow, and the gun can be a bit unforgiving to newer players. But this is also a solid option because it basically takes this, makes it just as fast, gives you the 50 cal, and gives you a heat gun with overpressure. What more can I really say? But anyway, I'm going to leave you all to it for today. Obviously, there will be another combo later, and that one is the last one I have for the moment. But obviously, there probably will be more given to me over time, but that's just normal. Anywho, I'll leave you all to it for today. Hope you enjoyed seeing this one, and I'll see you all on the next one.